All right, so we've been talking in class about this concept of volumetrics and why this is such an awesome way to make losing weight easier. So basically, the idea behind volumetrics is basically trying to incorporate more water, protein, and fiber into our meals so that we naturally feel more full, and it makes it easy to stick to a low-calorie diet. Volumetrics has been in the news quite a bit, but the basic principle is this. When we eat foods that are high in fat, sugar, and even protein on some occasions there, we're not taking up very much space in the stomach when we eat these foods. These foods are very calorie dense. Whereas when we look at vegetables and low glycemic fruits, we see that 400 calories worth of vegetables takes up a ton of space in the stomach. And what this does is it creates a sense of fullness and makes it much easier to stick to a low-calorie diet, because even though our stomach is full, we haven't actually consumed a ton of energy. Now, just to show how powerful this is, I want to show you a couple of kind of neat examples to really hit this home. All right, we're looking at a healthy food, grilled chicken. Okay, so you take one chicken breast. This is 140 grams of chicken, which is about the size of one small chicken breast. Okay, now one small chicken breast, we see there's 229 calories, whereas in broccoli, a vegetable there, for the same weight of food, 140 grams of broccoli, there is 39 calories. All right, just 39 calories. We compare that to 229. How many cups of broccoli would you have to eat in order to get the same amount of calories as one small chicken breast? You'd have to consume 11.5 cups of broccoli in order to get the same number of calories in that small chicken breast. Now, if we were to look at other foods that have a similar nutritional profile in that they're carbohydrates from whole plant foods, even sweeter fruits like apples, you'll see that if we had 140 grams of apple, we'd have to actually consume 3 3/4 small apples to get to the same number of calories as one chicken breast. And this is a healthy food. We're not even talking about if we were to compare it to something like a candy bar or cheese or some other food that's very, very calorie dense with a lot of fat in there. Baby carrots. You have to consume 53 baby carrots to get to the same number of calories as there are in just one small chicken breast. Okay, so summer squash, you'd have to eat 10 cups of sliced summer squash in order to get the same number of calories as in just one small chicken breast. Now, I brought in a couple examples here to really kind of show how powerful this is. I went ahead and got on my food scale this morning, and I measured out 1,800 calories worth of food, and I put it in these two bags. And if you were to go ahead and pick up these two bags, you'd find that this green bag is a lot heavier than this purple bag. Now, in this green bag, there is 12 pounds of food, okay? Whereas in the purple bag, there's only 1.2 pounds. So 1.2 pounds versus 12 pounds of food. If we go ahead and take a look here, first off, we have just a whole bunch of bags. So we'll take those out. All right, and let's see what we got. We have some walnuts. Again, I measured those in grams. I have 2 slices of cheese. These aren't bad foods. We're just looking at, what many people would consider healthy foods. Some dried apricots. And 3 Pro bars. These are whole food protein meal replacement bars. Each one has 380 calories. It's got some chocolate chips, peanuts, and other whole foods in there. Now, all that food right there, that's more than what most people should be eating in a day. This actually, when you do the totals on this, it comes out to be 1,890 calories for this right here. All right, 1.2 pounds. Not a whole lot of weight there. Now, on the other hand, this bag, 12 pounds worth of food, actually has a little less than this bag here. This has 1,889 calories. Okay, so let's look at and see what we got here. We have about 5 small apples. Again, I weighed and measured all this in grams. Have a whole bunch of apricots, fresh raw apricots, raw fresh plums. A whole bunch of kiwis. Now this is fruit. Fruit's going to be a little higher in calories than vegetables. Imagine if this was vegetables, how much more you could eat. But we also have some cauliflower, a big bag of broccoli, baby carrots, a little bit of wheat germ, and a whole 8 cups of unsweetened almond milk. All right. Now all of this food here comes up to, like I said, 1,889 calories. Now the important thing to understand, to make the distinction here, is that while it's true that you could lose weight eating both kinds of food, you could eat this from here, there's 1,800 calories there, you could eat here, 1,800 calories there, but realistically, which one do you think is going to be easier to stick with, okay? This is the difference between cognitive eating and volumetrics. Cognitive eating is, okay, well, I'm going to track and weigh and measure everything, and yes, this works really, really well when you do it, okay, but you slip up and you don't track and you don't measure everything, and you go off just a little bit, and you're eating foods like this, you're in big trouble, all right? Because the fact of the matter is these foods are so high in calories, you can't eat very much of them. And you got to really be on top of your game to make sure you're tracking and measuring everything. And that's tough to do. If you want to make losing weight easier, you want to start to consume foods that are based upon volumetrics, that are very, very low in calories, they're high in volume, and that volume is made up of fiber, protein, and water. So go out, eat more vegetables, eat more low glycemic fruits, and include small servings of lean protein at the same time. All right, that's both. That's volumetrics.